Letter 49, what your patterns are trying to tell you. Dear Ada, most people don't realize they have patterns until the patterns have already shaped half their life. They say, why does this keep happening? Why do I keep choosing people like this? Why do I keep ending up in the same argument, the same dynamic, the same emotional landscape? It feels like fate. It feels like bad luck. It feels like the world is repeating itself around you. But it isn't fate, it's information. Patterns are not punishments. Patterns are messengers. They are your life trying to tell you something you haven't been willing or able to see yet. Patterns reveal the stories you unconsciously believe. Maybe you learned early on that your needs were inconvenient, so now you choose people who cannot meet them. Maybe you learned that love must be earned, so you are drawn to relationships where you must prove your worth over and over again. Maybe you learned that conflict is dangerous, so you silence yourself and later erupt in ways that confuse even you. Patterns always protect something: an unmet need, a hidden wound, a fear, a longing, a belief. Every repeated relationship dynamic carries a question. Why do you attract people who cannot give? Why do you stay with people who cannot stay? Why do you give more than you receive? Why do you shrink around certain people? Why do you argue about the same things? Why do you replay versions of the same pain? Not to blame yourself, but to understand yourself. Patterns form because your nervous system recognizes familiarity. Even unhealthy familiarity can feel safer than healthy uncertainty. This is one of the tragedies of human psychology. You gravitate toward what your body remembers, not what your mind wants. But once you see a pattern, you are no longer bound to it. The moment of recognition is the moment of possibility. Because now you can ask the questions that matter. What is this pattern trying to protect? What fear does it soothe? What wound does it replay? What need does it reveal? Patterns repeat until you learn what they are trying to teach you. Here's the truth most people avoid. You cannot change a pattern by willpower. You change a pattern by healing the reason it exists. If your pattern is rooted in loneliness, you need connection. If it is rooted in fear, you need safety. If it is rooted in insecurity, you need self-possession. If it is rooted in abandonment, you need relationships that stay. If it is rooted in unworthiness, you need truth, the real kind. If it is rooted in silence, you need voice. If it is rooted in chaos, you need steadiness. And if it is rooted in a story that was handed to you, you need to write a new one. Patterns are not the enemy. Patterns are the map. They show you where the work is, where the wound is, where the longing is, where the future self is waiting. When you follow the pattern to its source and meet it with compassion, truth, and courage, the pattern dissolves. And then something remarkable happens. You stop reliving your past and begin shaping your life from the inside out. Your choices widen, your relationships deepen, your heart grows clearer, your future expands. Aida, don't fear your patterns. Study them, listen to them. Let them guide you toward the life you are meant to live, not the one you inherited. A friend on the road ahead.